All right, well, thanks for that update. Today, the city of Austin's water utility presented council with their plan to get Austin water clean for the next 100 years.
Austin Water has been working on the Water Forward plan for over 4 years, but the stakes seem higher now as the city recovers from a water crisis.
KXAN's Alyssa Gord gives us a look at what they're proposing and who it'll affect.
We couldn't really just go to the store and buy a whole bunch of jugs of water to get through it, so I had to be a little bit creative.
When the boil water notice hit, folks at the Brutorium boiled water in an extra tank and shared what was left to keep local coffee shops going too.
Unfortunately, beer is a pretty water-intensive process, not just for the ingredients part of it, but for cleaning and sanitation.
They rely on city water for all those operations. Austin Water knows lots of other people do too, so they have a plan.
Help continue to see that our water supply it meets the future needs, is adapted for the risks that will come with climate change and growing Austin into the future.
The Colorado River will still be the main water source, but Austin Water says the city needs to boost its reclaimed water system and add underground storage.
By 2040, if we actually implement the plan that we're presenting to council, the city of Austin will be capturing and treating more water on site than any other city in the United States by 20 times.
But that plan will take buy-in from the city and businesses. The Brutorium would love to reclaim their water, but say that's more expensive than what they can afford now.
We do take it seriously. The water's a limited resource. It's something that's always on our minds.
After all, they need the water to stay in business. Alyssa Gord, KXAN News.
Council is set to vote on this plan at the November 29th council meeting. This plan doesn't touch on any specific recommendations for Austin's water intake plants. They'll talk more about the plan at Thursday's city council meeting.
The Water Forward Task Force says their plan encourages more large businesses to do their part to conserve water. They say the University of Texas is leading by example. They use 65 million gallons of water per year. As created by their chiller plants. That water comes from condensation as those systems work to cool the UT campus. The university sent us this picture of how it all works. The water that condensates from each of the campus's 164 buildings is then routed through 9 miles of tunnels back to the plant cooling towers instead of sewer drains. And that contributes about 10% of UT's total water use.